Birth Story 12. It's almost never too late for an epidural. Mom. She achieved a vaginal childbirth with IV fluid and an epidural. Baby number 1, Genevieve. Born July 9th, weighed 7 pounds, 13 ounces. Gestation, 39 weeks, 0 days. Labor. She experienced prom. 8 hours later, labor began, lasted 8 hours, and she pushed for 2 hours. Dear Genevieve, on the evening of July 8th, I went over to your house to give your mom a massage and a guided meditation. I spent about an hour just helping her to relax. Toward the end of our relaxation time, your dad and a neighborhood friend came to take your mom walking since she wanted some exercise. Your family was so excited to meet you. While I massaged your mom, she chatted about her week and told me all about the things that she and your father had done to prepare for your arrival. Your parents put a lot of effort into making your nursery very special so that all your needs would be taken care of. They decorated it with earth-toned colors and polka dots, creating an environment for you that was both cute and stimulating. Your mom had frozen many vegetarian meals in advance so that it would be easier for her and your dad when you came home. A few hours after I left at 11 p.m., your mom called me. She said that her water had broken spontaneously, but she was not having contractions. I told your mom to relax and sleep, and that contractions typically would begin within 6 to 8 hours of prom, but could take 24 to 48 hours. I urged her to try and sleep until then because she needed her strength for the labor and delivery. Your mom called me around 7 a.m. the next morning. Mild contractions had begun now, 8 hours after her water rupture, and they surged every 15 minutes. I asked her if she wanted me to come over, and she said she was feeling okay, but that she would call when she needed active management of the contractions. At 9 a.m., your mom called and said that things were picking up. Her contractions were 5 to 8 minutes apart. I rushed over and found your mom at the kitchen table with a big smile on her face, certain that you'd be with her soon. Your mom had her hair pulled up with shorts and a t-shirt on. It was very hot outside with midsummer temperatures in the south. She was having hot flashes, and your dad turned the thermostat down to try and cool the room. She was drinking a lot of water, and we tried changing positions through the contractions. She sat on the birthing ball. She got on her hands and knees. She hugged the birthing ball, and we slow danced. All of the deliberate movements were effective in progressing labor. After an hour and a half, your mom's contractions were 3 minutes apart and were growing in intensity and length. She showed amazing strength and never complained. You were not due until July 16th, so all of the bags were not yet packed for your arrival. Your mom retreated to the bedroom to lay down while your dad packed and prepared the car. She laid on her side and rested as the contractions continued to build. Around 10:45 a.m., your mom expressed her desire to go to the hospital and to have an epidural. We waited for a break in a contraction so that she could walk and head to the car. We arrived at 11:10 a.m. You were doing so well. Your average heart rate was around 140 beats per minute with normal, healthy fluctuations as they monitored you. Your mom's cervix was 8 to 9 centimeters dilated, 100% effaced, and you are at a 0 station. Things continued to happen very quickly. Within 30 minutes, by noon, your mom was 10 centimeters dilated, and you remained at a low 0 station. The nurse said she could start to push if she wanted. Pop out. When to push. When to push. The first thing you need to know is that it is a myth that you must be 10 centimeters in order to push a baby out. Some mamas, myself included, will have their ejection reflex triggered much earlier. My body started pushing at 7 centimeters when my son's head was very low. Those first few body-led pushes moved my baby's head down enough that it stretched the remaining cervix around his head after just a few contractions. The station or position of your baby is a much more critical factor for when you can or should push. You will hear repeatedly throughout this book, your body will not tell you to hurt itself. Girl, if your body is pushing, then push. If you are medicated with an epidural, then I suggest waiting until you feel constant pressure in your rectum. At first, you'll feel pressure with each contraction in your vagina. Eventually, your baby's head will slide down and the rectal pressure will remain in between contractions. This is a great guide for when to push with an epidural. Your mom was very tired from the labor contractions and felt most comfortable pushing in the bed. She pushed for 30 minutes, but was very uncomfortable with the pain. With each surge, she would push and bite down. She even bit a mark into her own hand. The nurse explained that she could still get an epidural if she wanted. Pop out. Timing of epidurals. Rarely is it ever too late for an epidural. I just want to encourage you that your body is rapidly releasing beta endorphins to help you with natural pain relief. These hormones are natural opioids. If you surrender to your birthing, your body will transcend you into an altered state of consciousness. By the time you are about to give up, your body will be on the brink of taking over your pain management. That being said, I have served many moms who chose an epidural during transition, and it was not placed until 10 centimeters dilated. Now, if you are 10 centimeters dilated and your baby's head is at a -2 station, you likely have plenty of time still for an epidural. However, if you are 10 centimeters dilated and your baby's head is coming through your pelvis at a +1 or +2 station, then the fastest way to pain relief is just birthing your baby. What I want you to remember if you are planning an epidural is that you usually have plenty of time, mama. But depending on the busyness of the hospital, it could take your anesthesiologist 30 minutes under ideal circumstances, up to a couple of hours to arrive if they are backed up. Your mom knew her body best and believed the epidural would be a good decision for her. At 1 p.m., the anesthesiologist came in, quickly put in an IV for fluids, and placed her epidural. Within 20 minutes, your mom was feeling much better. She could still feel the onset of the contractions and pressure, but they were now not painful for her. Now calm and falling asleep, your mom asked for music, and she relaxed to the whispers of Sarah McLachlan. As your mom rested and labored down, your parents had a few conversations about names. They did not know your sex, and they could not decide on a girl name. At 2 p.m., after an hour of resting, your mom felt a ton of pressure in her rectum and was ready to push. We coached her through pushing in the bed on her back with an epidural. The nurse guided her as she stretched her perineum. Deep breath in. Let it go. Let the contraction build. Deep breath in. Hold it. Do not blow anything away. Chin to your chest. Curl up around your baby and push out of your bottom as hard as you can. Each contraction and push brought you closer and closer to your mom and dad. We could see the top of your head as she pushed. You were in the ideal position for birth, head down and face down. Your mom was given the birthing mirror at 2:20 p.m. to assist in her pushing effectively. This really helped with how hard and long she pushed. In between contractions, your mom rested. We fed her ice chips and water and cooled her off with a big fan and cold lavender cloths. The doctor came in at 2:35 p.m. to prepare for delivery. It was amazing to see you be born, Genevieve. They held you up, and your parents were in shock to see you were a beautiful baby girl. They were now parents to a daughter. They decided on your name right away. Your dad cut the umbilical cord, which had supported your life for the past 9 months. Your mom held you on her tummy, and you just looked at each other. And then you peed right on your mom. The third stage of labor began, and the doctor aided in delivering your placenta. Your mom needed and agreed with her provider that stitching would help her recovery after they explained her first-degree tear to her. Genevieve, you were born at 2:50 p.m., weighing 7 pounds, 13 ounces, and you were 21 inches long. Much love, your doula, Heidi. Reflections. Jot down your thoughts about this week and this story. Birth affirmation. I have everything I need to birth my baby.